All right. So tonight, SmackDown emanated from Berlin, Germany, because tomorrow night is the Bash in Berlin pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. Tonight we were in the Uber Arena in Berlin, Germany, and we kick off the show here tonight with LA Knight. Last week he stated that this week he would be having a US Open challenge to whoever wanted, to whoever accepted. He would be having a US Open challenge here in Berlin, Germany. He comes out, massive reaction as always. This crowd, anytime you go into an international crowd, the crowd tends to liven up the show. So if the show is, that crowd is going to elevate the show even higher up to what it actually is. And that's what we saw here tonight. So we have LA Knight. He comes out. He's making a pitch that since he defended it last week in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., he might as well go ahead and defend it across the entire world in every single capital. And he's going to begin here in Berlin, Germany. And after all is said and done, Ludwig Kaiser comes out. And the crowd is super behind Ludwig Kaiser. A lot of people are kind of, stating like, hey, man, Ludwig is actually from Germany, right? Because unlike Gunther, who's from Austria, Ludwig is actually from Germany, right? And people were kind of wondering why wasn't he featured on Bash in Berlin? And it turns out we got him here tonight. The crowd was super, on his side. They actually kind of started to boo LA Knight a little bit. As LA Knight was picking up the W. And a hot way to start the show off here tonight with the United States Championship. I felt like this you could have probably done at the pay-per-view. Maybe take the women's tag titles off of that pay-per-view and maybe put this on there. That's just my personal own opinion though. We also get a solo Sikoa bloodline segment. It's kind of just a little vignette in the background. Solo Sikoa is talking about the Street Profits and DIY. Solo Sikoa says that he took ownership of this era, did the things that he did to his family. Imagine what they'll do to DIY and the Street Profits. And then Solo Sikoa states that whoever it is between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, whoever wins tomorrow night at Bash in Berlin, it doesn't matter because Solo Sikoa is coming back for the WWE Championship. And every time Solo Sikoa states that he's after the WWE title again, I'm just like, I groan, I sigh. I'm like, no, please. We had enough of this already at SummerSlam. I get he's probably not going to challenge. At least I hope. And at least that's kind of where my mindset is at, that, something's going to happen. Where Solo doesn't end up challenging. Maybe, there's been a lot of rumors that Solo Sikoa may be going after Jey Uso. There's been a lot of, kind of teases about that somewhat. We still haven't seen anything yet though. But, I will universally always groan at the fact of Solo Sikoa challenging again for the title. But that leads us to Cody Rhodes has a face-to-face with Kevin Owens. This was probably my favorite segment of the night. So Nick Aldis, he comes out, he welcomes everybody to the show. He then welcomes out Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens for their face-off. They ask each other what they want to talk about, which is this championship right here, as Cody says. Cody brings up last week, he says, like, sort of looked like had I not turned at that exact moment that Kevin Owens was gonna hit me, that you were gonna hit me, Kevin. Kevin Owens again references the video that was shown last week of him attacking everyone, and he apologizes he says that everybody in that video deserved what they got except Kofi. Kevin Owens brought up something really interesting. Kevin Owens said to Cody, like, how's that knee? He brought up his knee. He said Cody's knee is not at 100%. And Cody asks, what is this all about? Kevin Owens also points out that Cody, when he did his entrance, he wasn't on his knee like he typically is. And he also mentioned that it was 8 years ago when he first won his Universal Championship, and that he figured that moment was going to be super special to him. And he said that moment wasn't what it was for him, because everywhere he went, people were calling him, saying that Triple H was the man who won the title for him. And he said that title reign for him was tainted. He said that So if tomorrow night you're not at 100%, Owens then says, what happens if Cody's not 100% tomorrow and he wins the title? Cody comes back at this, he's super just emotional. There's a lot of tension here between Cody and Kevin here for the first time. And then Cody kind of just ends it and says, will we still be friends after Bash in Berlin? Owens drops the mic and shoulder to shoulder with Cody, kind of whispers something and walks out. There's a great shot here of Kevin kind of just staring straight at Cody. You know, a lot of things must have been going inside of his head. So this was definitely the best segment of the night by far. I'm still kind of iffy if we get that Kevin Owens heel turn tomorrow night, but we'll have to see what happens tomorrow night. I will say this segment definitely, you know, added some much needed spice to this feud, because it definitely needed it. Later on we had an Andrade Carmelo Hayes match. Andrade and Carmelo Hayes have been killing it with their best of 7 series, their unofficial best of 7 series, and they had a great match here tonight. As always, have barn burner of the matches. Carmelo Hayes picks up the W after he unties, I guess by accident, the turnbuckle, and this causes Andrade to go face first into the turnbuckle, and Carmelo Hayes takes advantage, picks up the W, and now they're tied up in this series. And like Michael Cole said, I have a feeling that this rivalry is far from over, and amazing job by these two guys. You'd love to see it here tonight on SmackDown. The crowd, as always, was super into this, red hot. And then we had the women's match, Nia Jax and Michin, and this match was, I think, Extreme Rules, or, you know, no disqualification, whatever it may be. This match, you know, was just a standard TV match. I feel like it wasn't until the end where Tiffany Stratton comes out and it looks like she's gonna cash in on Nia Jax, but she starts attacking Michin, and then all of a sudden Bayley returns and Bayley chases off Nia Jax. Nia Jax kind of caught Tiffany, though, kind of in the act of almost cashing in on her, and she at this point squashes Michin, puts a trash can on top of her, and delivers the Yokozuna finish. I forget what it's called, but the Annihilator. There you go. And that finish looked brutal with the trash can on top of her. And afterwards, she starts smashing her with, you know, kendo sticks, starts throwing stuff at her, and, you know, the commentators kind of allude to, you know, she might have been mad either because of the fight that she was just in, or the fact that Tiffany almost cashed in on her. Overall, man, a pretty good SmackDown here, and this was amplified even more with the inclusion of this hot brilliant crowd, and this is only the start. Tomorrow we are bound to see a 10 times hotter crowd with Bash in Berlin. But until next time, guys, I am out. See you here tomorrow for Bash in Berlin results, and until next time, take care. I am out.